what you get. I said, what you see is what you get, now, baby.
You hear me?
It's the best thing yet, the best thing yet. See is what you get.
Yo, never mind what you seen.
Never mind what you heard.
It's seen and I heard. Yo, this is the first week that Rum's on the intro. What up, my guy? We in the building, you know what I'm saying?
Intro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we here. We really here now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta give all our shout outs. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So please do the honors for your hat, please. Go ahead. Show family love. Go ahead.
Yes. Got a little hat from my wife's merch brand. She has a book coming out called Bibliotherapy in the Bronx. It comes out April 29th, 2025. If you haven't pre-ordered, do yourself the favor and do that because it's an amazing book. It has a lot of practical use, gems in it. Pick that up.
Fire.
Yes, sir.
That's fire.
Yeah, you know we gotta show.
Yeah,
How could we
appreciate
not?
that. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? She always shows support to the brand. Like, how could we not? We're not just gonna sneak it in. We're not gonna music video Ciroc bottle and never shout out Ciroc. We're not just gonna only product place. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Man.
And I mean, like, we are coming off of Black History Month. We still got a couple, like, you know. So right after Black History Month is Women's Month, and with us doing biopics, we kind of wanted to throw a couple of women in there because there's so many good biopics that we just like our plans changed in the middle of the month. Some of the ones we wanted to do, we didn't get to. They're still on the list. We still got Malcolm X to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We still got we still got a couple more. I forgot which other ones. We still got Ray to do, right?
Ray.
Like, and these are like top jobs of like people portraying other people. But Ali was great. Shout out to that.
Nice.
Like, I mean, and then Judas and the Black Messiah was great.
Yeah.
And then which other one did we? Oh, and then we did 42.
Yeah, 42.
That was a
42
great
was
job.
good, man. 42 was good.
And I mean, like, it's not to overshadow some of these other ones. That's why, like, in order to continue with what the theme we were on, we get to tie it in on, like, adding a couple for the, you know, women's. And today, we get things started. You know, in natural appreciation of inclusion and not being divisive. You know what I'm saying? POCs should all feel united in Black History
That's a
Month.
fact.
And, you know, we gone, you know, bitty bitty bum bum, right? Yeah.
It's a banger.
Yo, we gonna do Selena today. And like, yo, Selena.
Yo, Selena, listen, Selena went platinum in Black households.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts.
Like, I'm gonna just say that off the rip, especially
remember-
coming off Black History Month.
Like, in real life, I remember when
honestly, bro.
in real life, I remember when Selena passed away.
Yeah.
Like a friend of
Word.
mine,
Yeah, see,
a friend of mine in
yeah.
elementary, she was broken down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was the first time. That might be the first time I actually consoled a friend over a
Word.
death.
Yeah,
Word.
Because I think, like, if I'm right, she passed away before Aaliyah, correct?
Oh, yeah, way before,
so,
yeah.
like, because I'm thinking, like, how many times I, like, had friends that, like,
Aaliyah was what,
were
02?
overly felt a celebrity loss, and they were that big of fans. So it was the first one. I think I might have been like third grade when like the Selena joint happened. It was like, I remember like a friend, she was balling. It was over.
Yo, international superstar, bro.
for real.
Like, that she's like what Bad Bunny is like today, for especially for the Latin community. Yo, she was fucking huge. Like, yo, even just going on YouTube and you just type in Selena, yo, hundreds of millions of views on her YouTube page. It's like, it's crazy. Like, yeah.
And past
that ain't
before
chump
YouTube
numbers.
was a thing.
And exactly, platinum records, like, yeah.
That was like the first movie that I ever seen Jennifer Lopez in, and that
There you
was
go.
Yeah.
that was one of them ones.
There you go.
When she first came across the screen, I think everybody was like, "What is that?"
And on top of that, at that time, this is not, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the movie looks great now, and J-Lo looks pretty then. so it looks great. But if you time travel to back then, the myth of J-Lo, like the myth, because don't get me wrong, like I thought it was crazier because of how the narrative was
around it.
the narrative made J-Lo seem like, I'm not saying she wasn't pretty, but it made it seem like she was like way more elite. I don't know if it's the way that marketing of like different body types was then, and it made her body type seem amplified.
I feel like that was the time she was the curviest. Was that movie? All the other ones, it was kind of toned down. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? But I feel like when she played Selena, that was like the most like wavy I seen the waistline. You know what
The
I mean?
most wavy. Go ahead.
The outfits were fitting.
Yeah.
The
The
outfits were fitting.
bustiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The sequence, sequence
Yeah.
leggings.
Yo.
All of that.
That part of the movie came up, and my wife was like, "You would let your daughter wear some shit like that?" Like, hell no, I would sound just like him. You know,
Like one time
For
for
real.
one time for A.
Yo, Abraham, yo,
Abraham.
Abraham, one step away from thin line between him and Joe Jackson.
Yes.
No.
He
Half
didn't
a
wanna
step.
play.
Half a step.
He was closer.
Yeah.
Like I think he was like,
It's
like
the abuse that was. It was
I was
this
about
close.
to say, he like the only thing he was missing was the abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think like he just didn't get tried. Like by the time his kids started trying him, they were grown.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like by the time
Adults.
like by the time Selena was pushing back and like everybody was pushing back, they were able to argue with him because they were adults. They listened to him, but they were adults, as opposed to like, yo, Joe was out here bugging
Joe had these.
Joe was putting hands on things.
and feet.
Yeah, facts.
It's fucked
Hard
up.
work, back breaking work.
Oh my god.
Joe Jackson's elite.
But it was
Yo.
wild though because like, in the essence, I was looking at Abraham the same way at the beginning when he was like, when he was like, yeah, we like to listen to it. He was like, nah, you niggas gonna play. I done bought this equipment. Like,
Oh, we're,
Nah, he was dead. He was dead ass.
yeah.
He was dead ass. He was
And they were kids.
You gonna learn these
literally
drums.
kids.
like, yo, we want to play. He was like, no, play this.
Yeah.
Go outside in an hour. And he wasn't even like in the practice with them.
Nope.
Nah.
Figured shit
Yo,
out.
when it's fucked up. Cause like, yo, my man's was a singer and it's whatever, and like you could be a singer and it's like you sing all day, nigga. If you don't really know how these instruments work, yo, who the fuck are you to be like, figure it out? I'll be back. Make a fucking hit.
See, they knew.
Yeah.
They knew he had that
Figured it
Joe.
out.
They knew it could be belt to ass.
Yo, in that scene, he kind of walked off like he was a capo, yo. You know
don't
what I'm
forget-
saying?
don't
Like, yo, he was just
Yo,
like, nah, figure it out.
Don't forget what culture this is. No disrespect. Like, you could have had them kids kneeling on rice because
On
they didn't play
rice.
properly.
Oh my god, yeah.
Kneecaps right
Yeah.
to the rice.
Yeah.
In the corner.
Yeah.
Get dark.
Oh my lord. I tell you what, yo,
Yo, shout out.
it didn't age well, but god damn, yo, the little girl lip singing, yo, was
Oh, that's hate.
it's hate. It's a part of the movie. That shit is fucking bad, yo.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It right. That part of the movie to me feels like a TV movie, but then as soon as she's older,
It's lit.
it's out of here. And then it's just like, okay, nah, this is the movie. This is
I'll say this. I definitely overlooked that. I wasn't looking for holes in the story, but that's a hole. That's there.
it was yeah.
But you know, one thing I never noticed all the times I watched a movie, and with intention to watch this movie, and me being the person to push play and actually watching it, never realized Abraham's backstory.
Being in the doo-wop group,
Never realized.
nah.
Never. Like, I'm like, maybe I always watch the movie starting at 3 minutes.
Oh, you mean in the movie?
Word.
Like, I always
Yeah.
watched it when he had the kids.
Yeah.
He's with his wife.
A lot of times
Like-
I've seen the movie. It's
Like,
been
I
on
even
TV.
seen him like start
Yeah.
strumming on the guitar, and like, and Selena walks in and he sees that she could sing for the first time. I've seen all that. I've seen him get the instruments. I've never remembered that he was in a group,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh,
Dinos.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
I definitely like, because I can't remember the last time I've seen this, yo. But it like as soon as I started it, I was like, yo, is this the right movie? But then I quickly was just like, okay, no, that is a part of the backstory. That's why it's a music family and all that other shit. Right. It was a cool backstory though. Racism like a motherfucker though. That shit.
Oh, for sure.
Yo,
I mean,
out the gate,
blatant whites only club.
Yo,
this is a whites only club.
Yo, $10.
Gas money for your trouble.
It's a lot of gas in the 60s, yo.
I was about to say.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm looking at that 10 through a current lens, and I'm like, that's pennies.
Yeah, gas probably like
ripping up the 10
cents
off
a
principle
gallon
is
or
kind of
some shit.
real, I guess, back then.
Yeah.
But you had to cash it. Hand me $10 cash. Like, let me go to the gas station right now.
It's fucked up though when they was at the club and they was like, yo, play some Mexican music. We don't want to hear that fucking.
But all of those L's shape exactly how he pushed the
Too
kids.
black for the white kids,
Like,
too white for the blacks.
He made the kids sing Spanish music because of that L.
Yeah.
Like, he never wanted them to feel
deep.
that.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's judging his kids like, yo, you're not Hispanic enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but he didn't know that what she can do is she can make up for the space in between culturally with her charm, because she was so beloved at that point.
Bridge the gap.
To be able to be like, oh, like muy excited, and like everybody just laughed it off. But I've seen people that are Hispanic get judged by their family from like more like their homeland, and like really be like, yo, like you speak Spanish like a gringo. Like,
I was about to say, mad Spanish families will call the one outcast, yo, the fucking gringo of the family. Yeah, it's just fucked up.
100%.
And it's usually because they don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, it's either colorism or it's like, how authentic are you to the culture? Like, you know what I mean?
Because if you're Americanized to them, you whitewash.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nah, that's deep, yo. Yeah, it's when he's talking with I don't know if it was like a reporter or some shit, but when he was just he made a comment about, he's like, oh my God, nah, they're gonna eat her alive, yo. Her Spanish is terrible. Like, we need to keep it to a minimum and all this other shit. It's like, yo, just let her do her, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's protective fathering. He didn't want her to feel how he felt when he was in, like, now that you see the opening, or now that I seen the opening, I'm like, oh, so you weren't rational. You were shielding them from what you went through. Yeah. You didn't want them to
But
feel
he's not
that
looking at the fact that the world has changed. The world has changed.
That's hard to realize.
Yeah. Because like once, I mean, you saw it, like once he started to open up a little bit, it's just like, yo, you just see like fucking crowds were getting bigger, yo. She's getting more fans, yo. Like, she's not just pleasing Hispanic crowds, yo. She's pleasing white people too. Like,
and that was his goal. I mean, like, when you telling them when they're kids, like, yo, you're gonna perform at Disney, like, who's gonna perform at Disney? You're not performing at Disney just because these slaps are hitting. You're doing something bigger. That's a whole different demographic.
And it's like,
that whole medley she did at the Superdome with all the different American music and shit. Yeah.
It's like, who's gonna
It's
be there?
fly.
It's primarily white kids.
Crossover
their families.
vibes, right?
You're gonna have to have that kind of music that suits them. You know what I mean?
Shout out to him getting to that later though.
Yeah. When
Like,
after the
crazy
kids,
they built their base.
after the kids screaming at you, talking about, nigga, we about to leave you, nigga. Like, we'll do what we want to do without you, nigga. Like,
And shout out, I think the movie did a good job of showing the fan base growing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
when they were
yeah.
dealing with the van, and then like the dude showed like the anything for Selena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so it's like, yo,
Fucking
like
quotes,
it's like
yeah.
the way they, like, you know what I mean? And they're like overwhelmed. They're like, yo, the way they loved her was crazy, bro. Like, they're like, anything. I'm gonna hang this broken bumper on my wall.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like the cholos and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
When they
Like,
pluralize your name, it means something. You
Yo.
know what I mean?
and
Word,
then, like,
yo.
when they're at the taco stand and they hear that the song went #1 over the radio, like, you get, like, they did a good job of capturing like that excitement and
Yeah.
how their like ascension was coming together.
For sure.
Like, that's
Those are a
crazy.
lot of the dope like highlights of the movie that like I really remembered, yo. Was all obviously just all the music moments, yo. The was it the Superdome or Astrodome, whatever. That scene was huge. It's just and it's like they did a good job at mimicking like the real life footage of her, yo. It's like like you said about J-Lo, I made a joke about it in the group chat, but it was just like she came on the scene strong with Selena great casting, but they're just like, damn, she got a fucking fake ass music career out of it.
Residually, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was like, oh nah, they thought
She really thought she could be that.
they thought she could, they thought J-Lo could really.
But no disrespect,
something.
bro. Like, I mean, like, she just parlayed some shit. Because at the end of the day, like, when people do a great job at the biopic, typically people start thinking you're them.
You're them, yeah.
Like, there's grown adults that have tattoos of Denzel Washington
As Malcolm
X.
X. Yo, it's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's disgusting, yo. That is fucking,
So you're not mad at her making a fake music career off of a movie?
I'm not. I mean,
I'm not mad at it, but it's just like
I
like,
prefer.
I see it.
I prefer.
Like, I see
I
it.
prefer that over Jello.
That's
Go
where I
ahead.
was going
Word.
next.
Yeah, go ahead.
You
Okay.
knew where I was
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
Word. All right.
You're not gonna
Word.
get me.
I was like, you can't be mad at Jello.
I prefer that over that though.
Yo, you funny, yo. That's funny.
Nah. Like, Love Don't Cost a Thing was alright. I'm not mad at it. Like, she got a couple of joints. I'm Real with Ja. That's not a good song.
I hate her music, but she was so tough to me for such a
She
long
got
I'm
songs.
Real was dope. Jenny from the
Yo,
Block was
we
cool,
overlooked
especially
a
the
lot
Locks
because she was
remix.
bad.
Yeah.
Yo,
overlooked
Jenny
a
from
lot.
the Block
because
was
no.
dope.
I'm not saying, bro. You've heard worse music.
Yeah. But,
That's all I'm saying.
But she made a career out of making bad music.
No,
Well,
she
no.
made a career out of acting.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because what's the rumors that Ashanti was doing a lot of the background or a lot of the
Yeah,
vocals for her and
For
shit
sure.
like that.
I ain't mad. Get your
Yeah.
money.
You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
Shanti's still papery for a reason.
It's not Swerve been that corner. That's terrible music.
Oh man, watch when he put out another hit, you gonna see.
Keep waiting.
He got one baking up right now.
When how old were y'all when y'all found out it was RULE, not Are You Ready?
Oh, nah, I was old.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just found today
Yeah.
was old for you.
What's my
You ain't know that?
motherfucking name? RULE. Yeah.
That's
But
what
it sounds like,
Yeah.
Are You Ready?
But
no, I
but
always said RULE.
Oh,
real?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought
shit,
you-
nigga.
No, because when you said "Are you ready?" I thought that was like
Nah.
what it is, and I was like, "Damn, for real?"
Because it's fire off the intro, so it sounds like,
Fire.
are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready for the
Okay.
song to start?
Yep.
Like, get the people amped.
Fuck it.
Man.
Oh, man. But, yeah, casting, yo.
I thought the castings was dope.
Yeah.
Yo, one time for moms, yo.
I was about to say, I hate
Mom's-
to say it.
mom's is
but-
valid.
But at this
Mom
age,
was so tough.
at this age where I am in life, I love a good sleeper.
Yeah.
Like, you're naturally prone to thinking like, oh man, like J-Lo's the knockout in this movie. And when you watch this movie, yo, before she gets the aged wig, mom was tough.
Mom was tough.
Facts.
Tough.
Yes, over him, mom.
Like, very tough.
Yes.
And if we're talking about good women points, very supportive.
Yo.
Like,
Solid.
like
The nurturer, she would
Anchor.
She would calm Abraham down when he was.
she had good
wilding.
timing
Yo.
when he was going too far.
Come on, man.
But she'd let him cook.
Yeah,
Yo.
yeah.
Support the restaurant, even though she knew the restaurant was
In the
really a
kitchen.
ploy to
She
get
was
the
in the
music.
To get the music off, yo.
Yeah.
Shoot.
She was a
One
rider.
time for mom.
And listen, minus the fucking wig. I'm cool with the hair color, but just the wig was terrible. But yo, when the
But
glasses
I think she
look,
just looked so young.
the glasses look.
Bro, she looked so young
yeah.
that they had to, like, they threw
Make her
her
look
up.
old.
Get old wigs.
You know what fucked me up in the is it? I don't know if it's the very beginning or if it's like after
She
in
looks
the
too
Abraham
young
part
for Abraham.
where they're showing the concert at the end in the beginning. It's because of high def TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, they really tried to age her with the makeup.
They tried.
And I was like, this is fucked up. I'm like, yo, it made me feel like it was a different
She
actress.
looks like she's undeniably young.
Yeah.
You got to think, like, they didn't want to cast 3 Abrahams, so they cast 2. And then he looked mad old next to her when she was the mom of them as children.
As children,
Like,
yeah.
he looked mad old when he played in that movie Stand and Deliver as the math teacher.
He's
he
an
was
old,
young then.
he's an old
That's an
looking
old
guy.
face nigga, yo.
Like you
yeah.
know, but it's that like that joint that you get from the cigarette smoking, the crater face and no disrespect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
my man
he got
from,
that skin,
No
that
Country for Old Men. How he
Yeah.
got that?
Yo, he
Right.
got that. Yo,
Yeah.
Johnny, what was his name? Sammy Cakes in fucking
Yeah.
fucking Bronxdale. Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Said it through the coffee cake.
Yeah, I can't.
He threw shit at him.
Yo, I can't wait till we fucking do Bronx Tale, yo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. But anyway, but yeah, mom was tough though. Mom was tough. That's
Elite.
that.
Sleeper.
Yeah,
Beautiful woman.
yeah. The
Abraham
bees
knew what
with
he
the
was
glasses be hits.
Yeah, Abraham.
He
Like,
sat her down quick.
oh yeah. We gonna take all this. we gonna have us a family.
Yeah.
He over here with it.
Oh man. Yeah. Nah.
Who else?
What y'all thought of the boyfriend?
Chris with the ponytail.
Respect him.
Yeah.
Respect him. And I mean, I think there's some unspoken scenes that could have happened that could have made Abraham empathize with him even more, and like why Abraham has like such a prevent defense for like if they would have extended maybe like for a minute and a half, that like these dudes kind of found their footing musically, and that's how he bagged the mom, but he was kind of lit, and he kind of had some of those hotel nights of his own. Like if they would have kind of been able to pull off something like that, but then he like slowed down, then like the shit kind of fizzled, then like I would been like, oh, okay, that's why you're like, yo, get away from niggas like that, because he was very conservative. Yeah. Like he wasn't letting none of it happen. And it was like, what have you seen that makes you hate this? Because like that's the backstory that is why they went the direction they went in music. They showed what he went through. So I'm like, what did you do? That also makes you be like, oh, nah, you can't get one of those. Like, them niggas is crazy.
Them niggas was bugging though.
And he was borderline. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, yo, okay, as men with daughters.
I was just about to say that. Now I understand him a little bit more.
No. But I'm saying as men with daughters. Like, you know, your daughter's cute. She's pretty. Like, I feel like sometimes it was like, he was like, yo, she's so beautiful. I was like, yo, relax, bro. Like, it might have been too, like, I was like, yo, like, I'm hearing crush on you in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Like, what? Like, was he too far, or am I tripping? And I don't know, because like, that's what I'm like. Ask y'all, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you see yourself in 10 years, like when yours are teenage, like turning into women, being like, she's just so beautiful, like
Not in that way.
That's why I was like, was it a little, or am I tripping?
Not in the tone.
Nah,
He was a little,
tone,
right?
The tone was far.
It was a little, right? It was a little borderline. I'm not
Yeah.
tripping. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
I can't lie though. I've asked my wife some of these questions when we were dating, just off of experiences that I have had.
Culturally,
Culturally.
oh shit, let's go.
So for me, it was like, but it was so wild because like she was so offended when I asked. But the more she got to know me, it was like, because I'm blunt as hell. If you know me, sometimes
sure.
I ask the fucking question.
Wait, hold on.
Where we at?
Your wife Spanish?
Yeah, Puerto Rican and black.
Oh shit! Here we go. Nah, let's go.
You ain't know we was right.
Nah, I was like, wait a minute. I'm
ain't
starting
know
to
we was
fucking
right
connect
there
the
with it.
dots, yo. Yeah.
So for me, it was just like, you know, because I grew up initially here in the North End.
For sure.
So it's like all of the stories that you would hear growing up and stuff like that. It was like, yo, Pops was in the crib sampling the product.
Yep.
like-
And we gonna leave that analogy there.
You know?
Food for thought. You do the dishes, right?
So it was just like, wow. Like, so I asked that question, like, is that like a cultural thing or something like that? I
Right.
remember when I was dating my wife, and she was like, nigga, like, what?
The nerve of you.
Like,
How
what-
could you
yeah,
say
like,
That's crazy.
like, why would you even like, where did that come from? And then when I explained it, she was kind of like, and then like over time, when we would hear like other people's stories, she would
was
start
like,
to
oh,
understand
like-
where that question came from.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Like, you gotta think about it. If your experience in someone's culture is limited and there's a lot of that, you're like, woo, damn.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's just numbers. Because you got to think if like as we do a lot of interracial dating or like like our city melting pot. So we're more alike than we're different. So it's like you might date somebody outside of your culture, and then now they're coming to you and they're like, well, I've dated 10 black dudes, and out of those 10, like they all had this story about their aunt and da-da-da. Like, is that just a black thing? And if they feel at home enough to ask you, now they're asking you a question that you could take offense to, when you're like, nigga, my aunts are nothing like that. What are you talking about? And that's basically how M was like when you said that, but you're like, yo, like I knew like 20 Spanish people and like 15 of them, like some
Stories
dudes I
being
know,
held up. Yeah.
they uncle, they pops, or the cousin, like somebody was like, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like just like taking their affinity too far. That's why I was like was the way he
Yeah,
liked.
was it like, was it gross? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Just seeing borderline,
That's
no district.
crazy. That's crazy. Because I would have, yeah, that's crazy. That makes you look at, yeah. Yeah.
No, but the tough part about that is because now you wonder, is it like preventing when you're the dad? Are you like, yo, get away from a dude that's bad for you? Or is it no man will ever be me to you?
It's like a fucking, because you got your Oedipus complex. This is
But
like
the reverse
a reverse,
Oedipus.
yeah. But a father-daughter
Yeah, yeah.
situation, that's fucking crazy.
So, possibly.
That's
so.
a whole other episode.
Not saying that really happened.
No, facts.
putting
But
that-
like, but even
not
just that
putting no smoke on
concept,
nobody's
that
name.
concept is like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But it's very real
Yeah.
though, because I can experience so many
And
people
nigga, you
who
could
was
never
like,
be me.
I wouldn't. There were people who is kind of the opposite, where it's like, I don't want you to date nobody who is like me. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
the scare. It's like not just somebody who's not, somebody who is, and then you done did all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Like where you're preventing them from you.
Yeah.
Because you, somewhere in the back of your mind, know
Yeah.
you're not the best person.
This little nigga is just a newer version of me.
Right.
And I see the crash out.
Yeah, that's deep.
And the more older I get, the more I realize I'm like, I gotta keep my eye on
Everything.
pick. You know what I'm
Everything.
saying?
And I mean,
Especially the
don't
pick.
the conditioning is super important.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like they make the jokes about yo, I'm taking my daughter on vacation, so that you're not able to like make my daughter think that you're the best thing since sliced bread because you flew her out to Miami for $500. Like, you know what I mean? But it's true.
Yeah.
Cause like you know what I mean? Like when we get to the next movie, we will see exactly how like taking a girl with very limited experience and able to just be like, hey, I'm just in a little bit of a better tier than all y'all, and I'm able to control and manipulate this whole situation.
It's kind of like that in this movie too, because it's like Selena had limited experience, then Chris came around, and it was like first one.
But there was other niggas there
It was.
that could have bagged. Like
Yeah.
the dude that walked in when she was kissing Chris, she didn't say nothing to him, and he was cool. And they said they had different musicians, so I feel like although their life was on the road, like it was just like more sheltered than like limited as far as like not letting her talk to people.
Okay.
Like she could have got bagged. She didn't like them niggas.
And here come this nigga with the hair. Yep. And here come this nigga with his ponytail.
Keep
Yeah.
them ponytail.
Well, he ain't even had a ponytail.
Keep them ponytail niggas away from your daughters, man.
It was his hair was wild. They put the ponytail on
Yeah,
them.
they did.
They threw the
But
sauce
it was
on
like,
them.
but once cleaned the nigga up real quick, that was it.
They
Yeah.
was already rocking with him.
No, they was
All the
rocking
girls
with
was
him.
around the corner. Then she turned them up. Like the sisters turned them up.
Yeah.
And then
But that's
she,
when Selena started looking.
so
yeah.
it was over.
Was it? Oh shit.
But I mean, it wasn't tough. Like it was.
Yo, give a nigga a ponytail and a fucking black tee tucked in the 90s, nigga. It's over. Yo, it's over, yo.
You got the texture.
Listen. I've already been
Yo, don't listen, play.
Yo, I've already been complimented on my fucking black tee chain combination before, yo. Sweater with the chain, nigga. I guess.
Smooth.
You know what I'm saying? I gets mine, yo, right?
Saying?
You know?
Or in the wintertime, throw the turtleneck on with the chain.
See, I'm not at turtleneck yet.
That's me.
But
You know what I'm saying?
listen,
Good
in a couple
Turtlenecks is-
in a couple
turtlenecks
years,
is-
it's gonna be no sneakers on the regular, yo.
Oh man, nah, you're gonna still need those.
No. Sneakers are still gonna be there, but that's gonna be like the weekekend thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Keep you some Stacy's.
Yeah. Nah, maybe not no Stacy's,
Nah,
but it's just
I
gonna
got
be more
you.
shoes.
I got you.
Yeah.
I put,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I keep a nice little. I
Yeah.
got some stuff to suggest. We'll be
Word.
good. You already know
It's just self-care. That's what we do, nigga.
for sure. Oh man, so
I mean,
yeah, like I liked their love story.
bro, it's wholesome. A lot of this movie was very wholesome, but like I didn't expect because I mean we've already highlighted it. Like there were some deeper like themes in there. Like I didn't. You watch it because it's like, oh my god, no pun. It's Selena and it's J-Lo and it's like it was like all these cultural things like all in one.
Racism's prevalent.
Yeah.
Because I mean, especially once you add in the original Dinos and that racism,
Yep.
and then now you bring it all the way to the shopping situation. When like some people find out and all of a sudden the mall goes crazy and like all she could do is sign autographs. She's like, actually, we're not gonna need the dress.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm not gonna spend my money
Thanks,
here.
buddy.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
I fuck with that, especially the time that we're in right now.
All for it. You already know that was beautiful. That
My
was,
money's too good here for here.
that's
honestly.
that's always a fire moment.
Yep.
And
I could have had my savages in here buying all of this shit.
right. And before we wrap up, the untimely demise.
Yeah. I can't believe they're giving this bitch a fucking Netflix series. or
Yolanda
whatever
was
the fuck
wild.
it was. Yeah.
She stole the chicken. I mean, nigga, I'm about to be 40 this year. Like, that happened when I was in single digits. Like,
She shouldn't be able to walk around.
I mean, somebody might have hurt feelings. She might not make it. She might have to go to Woodsack or some shit. Some sort of protective custody.
I'm
like
sure
sometimes
as
it's
the date
safer
gets
to be
closer,
locked up.
yeah, there's probably gonna be death threats and
That shit is not gonna be okay.
I mean, we've seen fandom is a crazy thing. You know? We've seen people do some wild shit.
And people have had less love for people and done worse.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love for Selena.
I've never heard her side or anything like that. I don't know
I don't
if
think
I
there
really
really is a side.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I really like care to because it's like you can't say that I love her shit, yo, and then you do something like that to somebody that you say you love.
And
yo.
it's like I mean, of course we're just going off of what's shown on the movie, but the tales are very close to that. Like, you know what I mean, as far as like misappropriating of funds, and then you're actually taking fan money, and it's like you're so much of a fan that you got to be president of the fan club, but then you are able to cultivate a friendship off of that, and then after you cultivate said friendship, you're actually taking other fan money to look like you're just doing thoughtful things on your own, but you're taking their money to buy her gifts to continue to be her people's, but then other money's missing too, and then find out that you was lifting money at your previous job. Like, fam, you got a little track record here.
Yeah.
So then Shorty comes up to you on the slide and she's like, yo, fam, how could you do that to us? Like, yo, we rock with you, bro. Like, we good. Like, yeah, like I hate to say it, but J-Lo was at her like, yo, basically like, yo, if you needed a raise, ask, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, all you had to do was speak. We are good.
Yeah. Like they
Everything's
were
rolling.
Yo, they were yeah.
Everything's rolling. Like, all you had to do was say like, yo, living off of $80,000 a year plus expenses isn't doing it for me. I need to live off 100,000 plus expenses. They'd have been like, bet, here's the bump. You know, it was like that.
Yeah.
Like, but you'd rather steal because you got that thing. And then when it got
steal.
hot,
Not only steal,
steal.
kill.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steal and kill.
Like
So when it got hot, that's when she went for the let her down.
you
the
think they
path.
probably would have let her slide? Like
I think she
no
was
press,
scared.
no charges.
I think
no
she was
nothing.
scared that there was going to be
I
legal
think,
action.
yeah, that could be the only
Which ends up-
real
Would be in
rationale.
the case anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Like, you're not gonna kill this girl's whole family, so
Yeah.
eventually it's gonna catch up to you.
word.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
That's
that's how,
sick.
People
yo.
don't. It's just a reminder of how people don't think shit through.
no.
You know what I'm saying? They just act in emotion, and then
Another-
they gotta live with the results of that.
Another movie. I mean, because you can't move things out of order. You know what I mean? I always talk about like the butterfly effect. Like, yeah, I'd love those. I'd love for us to do Butterfly Effect.
I haven't seen that shit in a grip. That's a good one. I think somebody asked us to do that shit last year. I think
if we were gonna do a day where we talk about like the manipulation of time, it'd be kind of cool to like do like Butterfly Effect and Back to the Future.
Both of them.
Back to the Future is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Back to the Future is nasty work, yo. But yeah.
Biff's a wild sicko mode.
Talk about
Sicko.
creeps.
For real.
Generation.
Yeah.
Generational.
Lord.
Biffs from around your daughter. Too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Never let your daughter talk to a bit.
Yo, on that note though, rest in peace, Selena.
Oh man, rest in peace, Selena.
It's a good cultural movie.
Like like as far as acting goes, I felt her husband's pain.
Okay.
Like when he was like crying at the end, like you could like
Oh,
that
he went in.
that looked
I forgot
real.
to look up Buddy's name, but bro, he was in Oz, yo. He was in mad shit in the 90s, yo.
That
He's good.
real.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I was like, ooh. I was like, you lost your wife.
Yeah,
Like, like,
yeah.
like I didn't feel like he was acting in that moment.
Yeah. That's a good call out. That's a good call out.
Like he was destroyed.
Yeah. The whole and anytime they do a montage like that at the end of a movie,
Yeah.
it tends to fuck me up a little bit.
For sure.
Double down on like the music shit, you know.
Yeah,
and
the dreaming
and
movie.
yeah. It's just real. But yeah.
Long live Selena.
Long live
Yo,
Selena.
facts.
On that note, whew.
What you see is what you get.